clip about him saying he doesn't rely on resources and relies on chat as information when he polls about right versus left? No, I didn't see that clip. Oh.
56 plus 19, that's basically 20, so that's about 75%.
He's polling his chat. Which percentage of the USA violence in the last 6 years is left wing versus right wing?
85% of people think that the vast majority of the violence is left-wing violence and extremism. This gaslighting and this bullshit about how, oh no, it's both sides, it's not both sides.
But that's what people in your chat think. But like, this is the first thing that they teach you in statistics. That your sample group matters. You're sampling a very particular audience that's gonna say that. Like, if I sampled you guys would probably rate, or you guys would probably think that right-wing violence is higher than what it actually is. Just like his audience is gonna think left-wing violence is higher than what it actually is. Because when you're polling a group of people, you have to recognize the bias that those people might have. What is this?
It's one side doing it, and then one or two instances of something like January 6th happens, and people constantly fixate on that without thinking about anything else besides it. I don't think your sources are valid. So why is it that my sources are not valid, but everybody seems
You're polling chat.
only comes to the exact same conclusion?
Well, everyone I know thinks this. What do you have to say about that, liberal? Dude, can you imagine being Copernicus and like you walk up to like Renaissance man Asmongold and his followers, and you're like, hey man, listen, I'm pretty sure the earth revolves around the sun. And he's like, everybody, this guy thinks this. What do you guys think? Hey, stupid. Most of my audience and followers don't think that. If the earth really does revolve around the sun, then why do so many people think that it doesn't? Checkmate. Renaissance man. Like, what is this? What is this logic? You can't point at a bunch of people believing something and then pretend like that's proof that people should believe that thing.
Why is this happening? Go figure, a right-wing chat thinks this. Statistic websites seem to differ. Well, the reason why statistic websites are differing is because their methods of data is inaccurate. The way that they are providing the data and the way that they're analyzing it is deliberately misrepresentative.
I'm sure he's going to provide a source for this immediately.
That's the reason why. And so a poll itself is the source, bro? Yeah, exactly. This is much more accurate.
No, 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 this is AI. This is AI. No one would say something this stupid. No, this has to be AI. We're in agreement. Bozo has to be backed by same or similar company that Tim Pool is to spew such blatant brain rot. No, I think he's just like endorsed by Big Roach and it's like over for him. I don't even think he's getting necessarily backed by any particular group of people. I think he's just in it. He's just dumbass. He's just being a dumbass for the love of the game. I think.
Yeah, it is. There you go. And so you can see very clearly.
I just have to hear it again. I'm sorry.
That's the reason why. And so a poll itself is the source, bro? Yeah, exactly. This is much more accurate. Yeah, it is.
The poll itself is a source. This is definitely more accurate. This is more accurate than the FBI's numbers on arrests and attacks by political group. That's where we're at now. That polling your chat is more accurate than the stats that come from the FBI. Okay. I mean, sure, why not? Sure, why not? Yeah, let me poll my chat. Did Asmongold eat a moldy toast sandwich today? Let me poll my chat. This will be more accurate than anything else. I'm like, what?
There you go. And so you can see very clearly, this is it. The left also enables migrant criminality. This is an obvious echo chamber. I have a conversation which actually studies this. Well, I don't need to have a conversation with somebody. All I have to do is open my eyes and look what I've seen in the media for the last 5 years. What company have right-wing people targeted and burned down dealerships for or buildings for in the last 5 years? What company did this happen to?
The thing is, right-wing violence tends to be done by lone wolves, and they tend to shoot up schools and malls. The type of violence that happens based on groups tends to be different. Left-wingers tend to burn down buildings and destroy property. Right-wingers tend to kill people. The violence is just different by political group because the ideals and goals are different. Most notably, I would say protesters tend, when they are right-wing, they tend to go after Planned Parenthood. And they tend to deface or desecrate Planned Parenthood clinics. But generally, right-wing violence tends to be against people.
None. That's right. None. It doesn't happen. So it's just simply
none. It doesn't happen. Okay. Like, I don't even know how you can just say this to your chat. I don't even know how you can say this to your chat when, like, there's literally... It doesn't get better than this, man, in terms of sources. This is from justice.gov, DOJ, saying man pleads guilty to firebombing. He pled guilty to firebombing a Planned Parenthood clinic and plotting to attack an electrical substation. There are also the countless incidents of synagogues that have gotten attacked and mosques that have gotten attacked in the United States. And those are pretty much almost exclusively right-wing attacks. And we generally have footage of this stuff. California man pleaded guilty today to firebombbing an attack on a Planned Parenthood clinic in Costa Mesa, in March 2022, and planning to attack an electrical substation in Orange County. He was 22, dude. Fuck. He pled guilty to 1 felony and conspiracy to damage an energy facility, 1 demeanor count of intentional damage to a reproductive health services facility. Faces a maximum penalty of 21. This is like the thing it's really sad. It's like all of the people who like get radicalized. These people are like, they're not even old, dude. Like, they have their whole life ahead of them, and they've been fucking convinced by freaks that they should throw their life away at 22. So they can, what, firebomb a fucking Planned Parenthood? During the early summer of 2023, Urgel and Brennan also discussed researched how to attack the Dodger Stadium parking lot or the stadium's electrical room on a night celebrating LGBTQI pride, using a device that could be detonated remotely. Like, it's just, like, this is such blatant lying, right? Saying that it doesn't happen. Right-wingers don't attack things and don't commit terrorism. It's just like, I don't even understand how you can say that. Like, it's just wrong. Dude, I mean, like, yeah, here's ACLU talking about nationwide anti-mosque activity, also anti-synagogue activity. The people that generally target mosques and synagogues are right-wingers.
Not the same. Yeah, please name one. Exactly. It's so...
Please name one. I just listed like 4. And that's like, there have been many more.
And this is the thing, is that a lot of people that are defenders of this are going to try to use like these arguments. Oh yeah, well, look at this study that, you know, uses a frame of reference from 1948 to make a judgment call on what's happening now. It's outrageous.
1948, what are we talking? This is the Planned Parenthood instance is literally from like 2 years ago. He was just charged recently. What? Here, I mean, the one that someone else linked from the ACLU about nationwide anti-mosque activity. This is just from since 2005. Like, what are we talking about? This is literally just what's happened in the past decade or two. Man, this is why people say that being a right-winger is easy. Because all I have to do to get on, if I wanted to be a right-winger, all I would have to do is get on and say, see, listen, you guys get it, all right? I bet you can't even think of an instance of right-wing violence. Why? Because it doesn't exist. And that's it. And like, that's it. Anyone who links anything otherwise, you can just like fucking delete their message. Man, lying is OP, dude. Please nerf. Please nerf lying. Please nerf.